Welcome to the longest running quiz show in the area. Categories. High school students compete to answer questions on topics from art to science, history to current events. And now, here's your categories host, John Bartell.
Hi, welcome to Categories. Today we're bringing you an excellent competition between Shawnee Mission West Vikings and the Blue Valley Southwest Timberwolves. And let's go ahead and meet our contestants. First from Shawnee Mission West.
Hi, I'm John. I am a senior, and my favorite fruit is the durian.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm a senior, and my favorite fruit is the papaya.
Hi, I'm Hannah. I'm a senior. My favorite fruit is the strawberry.
I'm Erin. I'm a senior, and my favorite fruit is pineapple.
I'm also Hannah. I'm a junior, and my favorite fruit is a kiwi.
And our competitors from Blue Valley Southwest.
My name is Grant. I'm a junior, and I love all fruits equally.
My name is Jordan. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite fruit is a dragon fruit.
I'm Jack. I'm a junior, and my favorite fruit is tomato.
I'm Tristan. I'm a junior, and my favorite fruit is also the kiwi.
I'm Amanda. I'm a sophomore, and my favorite fruit is a strawberry.
And I am your host, and my favorite fruit is juicy fruit. Here on Categories in the first round, we will ask a team a question. And if they respond correctly, they earn a point. If they respond incorrectly, the other team will get a chance to steal that category. We did a coin toss before we started taping. It was won by the West Vikings. So Shawnee Mission West, here we go. Government is the category. What two words describe the voting for a person not listed on a ballot? Aaron.
Write-in.
Write-in. Very good. Southwest, here's your category. It is music, lyrics. Name the first weapon mentioned in the Star-Spangled Banner. Grant.
Rocket.
Rocket. Very good. Literature for you Vikings. Name the title of Maya Angelou's 1970 account of her life as a young black woman. Hannah T. No, I'm sorry. Ryan.
I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings.
Yes. Sorry, I saw you ring, but his blinker was going, so I apologize for that. Timberwolves, U.S. history is your category. What was the nickname immortalized in song and movies given to the American female factory worker during World War II? Amanda.
Rosie the Riveter.
Very good, Rosie the Riveter. Shawnee Mission West, science, astronomy is the category. During a total eclipse, what part of the sun, ordinarily not visible, can be seen? Ryan.
Solar flares.
Cannot accept solar flares, sorry. Timberwolves, chance to steal this science astronomy category. During a total eclipse, what part of the sun, ordinarily not visible, can be seen? Jordan.
The corona.
The corona, very good. You do get the next category, Southwest, and it is current events. Which celebrity couple recently sold their wedding photos to People magazine for $300,000? West, have a chance to steal this current events category. Which celebrity couple recently sold their wedding photos to People magazine for $300,000? John.
Jessica Biel and Justin Timberlake.
Those are the two. Very good. General knowledge, you get the next category, Vikings. What form of embroidery are stitches sewed through spaces or squares in an open meshed fabric called canvas? Aaron?
Needlepoint.
I can take needlepoint. Very good. Timberwolves, world geography is your category. By what name would we better know Mexico's Distrito Federal? Grant.
Mexico City.
Mexico City. Awesome. Vikings, vocabulary is your category. Bill, bond, bird, bar, bone, and shirt. What one-syllable letter frequently precedes these six words? Hannah W.
T.
T. Very good. But luck of the draw, that would have been better for you guys, wouldn't it, with the T-Wolves? Well, Southwest, here we go. Fine arts, painters is your category. In 1550, he completed his last two frescoes, the Crucifixion of St. Peter and the Conversion of St. Paul. Name the artist. Grant?
Michelangelo.
That is the correct artist. Very good. Vikings, Shakespeare is your category. What does the sooth mean in forsooth? Aaron?
C.
I cannot accept C. Timberwolves, Shakespeare's the category. Here's the question. What does the sooth mean in forsooth? Amanda?
Truth.
Truth. Very good. Southwest, you do get the next category, and it is general knowledge again. The Treasury prints more bills in which two denominations than any other? Jordan?
1 and 5.
Sorry, it's not 1 and 5. Shawnee Mission West, general knowledge is the category. The question is, the Treasury prints more bills in which two denominations than any other? John?
1 and 20.
1 and 20. Very good. Vikings, you get the next category. Science, specifically Earth. A single family of plant life covers about a quarter of the Earth's land. What family is this? John, you did get it in.
The grass family?
It is the grass family. Timberwolves, literature. Literature is your category. T-Wolves, here we go. What's the title of Edgar Rice Burroughs' first Tarzan book? It was published in 1914. Grant?
King of the Jungle.
It is not King of the Jungle. Sorry. West, chance to steal this literature question. What's the title of Edgar Rice Burroughs' first Tarzan book? It was published in 1914. Hannah T.
Tarzan of the Apes?
It is Tarzan of the Apes. Very good. Vikings, European history is your category, and it starts with a quote. Anarchy is the stepping stone to absolute power. It was said by which French emperor? Hannah W.
Napoleon?
Napoleon is correct. Timberwolves, U.S. geography is your category. Which major national park is the only one that was named after the river which flows through it? The river received its name from the color of rock walls in the canyon that it flows through. Grant?
Yellowstone.
It is Yellowstone. West, general knowledge is your category. It's multiple choice. Identify Big Ben as a tower, a clock, or a bell. Hannah?
Clock.
I'm sorry, it is not a clock. Timberwolves, chance to steal.
Oh, would that be the bell?
It is a bell, Jordan. Very good. T-Wolves, you do get the next category, and it is math. What is the greatest number of points which a circle and an ellipse can intersect? Grant?
2.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Vikings, chance to steal this math category. What is the greatest number of points at which a circle and an ellipse can intersect? John?
4.
It is 4. Vikings, you get the next category. It is vocabulary. This seaman's torture involved dragging a person through the water under the hull of a ship. What kind of torture was that called? Hannah T?
Waterboarding?
It is not waterboarding. Southwest, chance to steal this vocabulary category. This seaman's torture involved dragging a person through the water under the hull of a ship. What was this torture called? Tristan?
Walking the plank.
It is not walking the plank. It's actually called keel hauling. Keel hauling. Timberwolves, you do get the next category. It is current events again. Which energy drink is being investigated in connection with 5 deaths? Tristan?
Monster.
It is Monster. Vikings, economics is your category. Numerous indices track the direction of the stock market. One of these is the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Another is the S&P 500. What do the initials S and P stand for? Ryan?
Standard & Poor.
Standard & Poor, very good. Southwest, sports history is your category. Who was the first U.S. president to throw out the first pitch to start a Major League Baseball season? Amanda?
Reagan.
It is not Reagan. Vikings, chance to steal the sports history category. Who was the first U.S. president to throw out the first pitch to start a Major League Baseball season? Hannah W.
Garfield.
It is not Garfield. Probably the most unathletic looking man. It was Taft. It was Taft. Shawnee Mission West, you do get the next category. It's fine arts painters. Where in France did Vincent van Gogh live during his most productive painting period? Ryan?
Provence.
That is incorrect. Timberwolves, chance to steal this fine arts painters category. Where in France did Vincent van Gogh live during his most productive painting period? Grant.
Paris.
It is not Paris, it's Arles. Timberwolves, you do get the next category. Literature. Literature. Stephen Crane's The Red Badge of Courage is based on his study of what Civil War battle? Tristan.
Bull Run.
It is not Bull Run. Wes, chance to steal this literature category. Stephen Crane's The Red Badge of Courage is based on his study of what Civil War battle? Ryan.
Antietam.
It is not Antietam either. It is Chancellorsville. Chancellorsville. West, you do get the next category. General knowledge is the category. What would you expect to find at Lick, Kit Peak, and Yerkes? John, you did get in under the wire.
Ports.
I cannot accept ports. Southwest, chance to steal this general knowledge category. What would you expect to find at Lick, Kit Peak, and Yerkes? Grant.
A summit.
I'm looking for something more specific. Cannot accept that. We're looking for telescopes. Telescopes. Timberwolves, you have the next category. U.S. government is the category. All people residing in a certain legislator's district are referred to as his or her what? Grant.
Constituents.
Very good. Shawnee Mission West, world history is the category. What international police organization was taken over by the Gestapo in 1938 following the Nazi occupation of Austria? Time on that one. Southwest, chance to steal this world history category. What international police organization was taken over by the Gestapo in 1938 following the Nazi occupation of Austria? Grant?
Interpol.
Interpol is the correct answer. Very good. Southwest, you do have the next category. It's science anatomy. What is the name of the thick wall dividing the left and right sides of the human heart? Is it aorta, capillary, septum, atrium, venule? Jordan?
Would it be septum?
It is septum. Vikings, world geography is the category. What Canadian province borders 4 out of the 5 Great Lakes? Hannah W.
Quebec.
It is not Quebec. Timberwolves, chance to steal this world geography category. What Canadian province borders 4 out of the 5 Great Lakes? Grant?
Ontario.
It is Ontario. Timberwolves, next category for you is Native American history. Starts with a quote. Sell our country, why not sell the air, the clouds, and the great sea? Did not the Great Spirit make all of them for the use of all of his children? Name the Shawnee chief who spoke these words to William Henry Harrison in 1810. Grant.
Tecumseh.
Tecumseh is the correct response. And with that response, and during the question, there was the siren ending the first half here on categories with a score: Blue Valley Southwest 14, Shawnee Mission West 11. As we head into our halftime, we do a campus update where a member from each team gives us the goings-on at each one of their high schools. And for Shawnee Mission West, we have Ryan. Ryan, what is happening with the Vikings?
Oh, we got a lot going on. This past weekend, we have girls and guys cross country get third at state, with Allie Cash leading the girls in first place. We also have our guys finishing with, I think, a 7-1 record, and they take the Sunflower League, and they'll head off into playoffs. Also, we had this past weekend our play, which is the Night of the Living Dead. And also, recently, we had our Relay for Life, which raised over $45,000 to cancer. So,
well, that's outstanding.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of zeros on that 45,000. And Timberwolves, Grant, what is going on with Blue Valley Southwest?
Well, aside from reveling in our love of fruit, we have Been gearing up for the theater department's opening night of Romeo and Juliet, a modern rendition. Also, the past weekend, 2 debate teams of Davis Novikov and Shrag Fry picked up 2 DCI bids, and our cross-country males team got 4th at state with Grant Poggi and Tristan Eastham placing 20th and 8th, respectively.
Very good. So both schools doing a lot of things, not only athletically, but performing arts for the community. Outstanding work, everybody. As we head into the second half here on categories, it is the lightning round, in which a question is placed on the floor for either team to answer. If the team does respond incorrectly, however, the other team will get a chance to steal. So both teams, here we go. World history is the category. The country of Iraq emerged in the aftermath of World War I, and it was not an Arab creation. What colonial power created Iraq? Ryan.
Great Britain.
Great Britain did. Current events for both teams. Where did President Obama cast his early voting ballot? Ryan?
Chicago.
Chicago. U.S. geography for both teams. Identify this U.S. city from its location. It's on the Mississippi River, about 85 miles northwest of New Orleans. Jack.
Baton Rouge.
It is Baton Rouge. Very good. Literature for both teams. Identify this following famous pair. Lancelot and Ryan?
Guinevere.
Guinevere. Very good. Literature, poets for both teams. This woman won a Pulitzer Prize for a collection of poetry subtitled Love Songs. Name this St. Louis poetess. It's Sarah Teasdale. Sarah Teasdale. General knowledge for both teams. Travelers wishing to enter a foreign country must often obtain what official endorsement? Grant.
Visa.
A visa. U.S. government for both teams. What does the Orphan Drug Act encourage pharmaceutical companies to do? Tristan.
Provide drugs to orphanages.
Cannot accept that. Vikings, chance to steal this U.S. government category. It's a great thought, though. What does the Orphan Drug Act encourage pharmaceutical companies to do? Aaron.
Create off-brands of drugs.
Sorry, I cannot accept that either. It's produce drugs that treat rare diseases. Rare diseases. Both teams, here we go. The category now is science, specifically theory. Which principle states that a pressure of a fluid increases as its velocity decreases, and vice versa? Aaron?
Boyle's Law.
That is not Boyle's Law. Timberwolves, chance to steal this science theory category. What principle states that the pressure of a fluid increases as its velocity decreases, and vice versa? We're looking for Bernoulli's principle. Bernoulli's. World history, it's a multiple choice question. World history for both teams. In the early years of World War II, Russia attempted to prevent an attack from Germany by declaring itself neutral, entering an alliance with the Ryan?
The third option, C.
You know, I did not get a chance to read C, but that is the answer on the card. It is C. So I believe we take that in that case.
Did you read A, B, and C before you gave those options?
No, I did not.
Well,
We will log that as a protest. All right, we'll come back to that. Let's not waste our time here. Okay. All right, we'll come back to that. World geography, languages is the next category. This country's 2 official languages are Spanish and Quechua, an Indian tongue. Hannah W.
Mexico?
It is not Mexico. Southwest, chance to steal this world geography languages category. This country's 2 official languages are Spanish and Quechua, an Indian tongue. Grant.
Peru.
It is Peru. Vocabulary, word origin. The word schmaltz suggests an excess of sentiment in art or... Grant?
Yiddish.
I cannot accept Yiddish. I'm sorry. Vikings chance to steal this word origin category. The word schmaltz suggests an excess of sentiment in art or music. From what language does the word schmaltz come from? Ryan?
German.
It is German. Science, chemistry for both teams. Name either one of the two chemical elements represented by one-letter symbols different from the initial letters of their English names. Tristan?
Lead. And do I have to name a second one? Yes.
It does say name either one of the two chemical elements.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, I cannot accept that.
Oh.
Vikings, you have a chance to steal this science chemistry category. Name either one of the two chemical elements represented by one-letter symbols. Hannah?
Potassium.
Potassium. I think what messed you up was the PB. Yeah. Economics for both teams. What type of bank acts as a middleman by purchasing large blocks of corporate stock issues, and reselling them in smaller amounts to individuals or institutions? Aaron?
Mutual fund?
That is not mutual fund. Timberwolves, chance to steal. Tristan?
A hedge fund?
It is not hedge fund. We're looking for investment bank. Investment bank. Sports for both teams. It's matching. It's a matching question. Match these swimming strokes: butterfly, side, and breaststroke with the proper kicks. Frog, dolphin, scissors. Hannah T.
Scissors is the side crawl. Breaststroke is the frog kick, and the other one is the flutter kick, or dolphin kick.
That is correct. Fine arts, ballet for both teams. Tchaikovsky wrote the ballet Sleeping Beauty. Who was the American composer who wrote the ballet Appalachian Spring? Grant.
Aaron Copland.
It is Copland. Very good. Literature for both teams. Many of us prefer happy endings. However, some authors take their cue from Romeo and Juliet and give us unconsummated romances instead. In what novel do Lady Brett Ashley and Jake Barnes go their separate ways? The Sun Also Rises. The Sun Also Rises. Music, marches for both teams. British composer Sir Edward Elgar composed a set of 5 marches called Pomp and Grant?
Circumstance.
Circumstance. Very good. Science, instruments. One type of this uses a ruby crystal whose atoms are excited into giving off light. What am I describing? Jordan?
Watch.
Pardon me?
A watch.
It is not a watch. Okay. Yeah, you guys can be communicating non-verbally also, okay? West, you have a chance to steal this science instruments category. One type of this uses a ruby crystal whose atoms are excited into giving off light. What am I describing? Aaron?
A flashlight?
It is not a flashlight. We're looking for a laser. A laser. U.S. history for both teams. With which president's administration is the term dollar diplomacy associated? Ryan?
Woodrow Wilson.
It is not Woodrow Wilson. Timberwolves, chance to steal this U.S. history category. With which president's administration is the term dollar diplomacy associated? Tristan?
Reagan.
It is not Reagan. It's the guy who threw out the first pitch. It's Taft. Both teams, world geography is the category. The dubious distinction of having the dubious distinction of having suffered the world's worst in terms of lost human lives, worst earthquake, famine, flood, and landslide belongs to what country? Ryan?
Pakistan.
It is not Pakistan. Timberwolves, chance to steal this world geography question. The dubious distinction of having suffered the world's worst in terms of lost human lives, worst earthquake, famine, flood, landslide belongs to what country? Grant.
Indonesia.
It is not Indonesia. It's China. China. Vocabulary. Spelling. Its definition is rural, rustic, and pastoral. Spell bucolic. Grant.
B-U-C-O-L-I-C.
That is what we're looking for. Very good. General knowledge for both teams. According to the American Medical Association, what is the leading medical specialty among U.S. doctors? Tristan?
Patient care.
I cannot accept patient care. Vikings, you have a chance to steal this general knowledge category. According to the American Medical Association, what is the leading medical specialty among U.S. doctors? Hannah?
Orthodontics.
I cannot accept orthodontics. We're looking for internal medicine. Internal medicine. Film, specifically actors, is the next category. Which actor plays a hijacked taxi driver in the Tom Cruise movie Collateral? It's Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx. Literature, poets for both teams. The Bad Parents' Garden of Verse, I'm a stranger here myself, and everyone but thee and me are among the works of what popular American poet? Grant?
Shel Silverstein.
Sorry, that is incorrect. Vikings, chance to steal this literature poets question. The Bad Parents' Garden of Verse, I'm a stranger here myself, and everyone but thee and me are among the works of what popular American poet? Hannah W.
Edgar Allan Poe.
I'm sorry, that also is incorrect. Ogden Nash. Ogden Nash. Both teams, U.S. history. Martin Luther King's first activity outside the South was in what Midwestern city, where he organized protests against housing discrimination? Tristan?
Chicago.
It is Chicago. You've opened up a bit of a lead, 21-18. Science, biology. In RNA, what pairs with adenine? Grant.
Thymine.
I'm sorry, that is incorrect. Vikings, chance to steal this science biology question. In RNA, what pairs with adenine? Hannah W.
Guanine.
I'm sorry, it's not guanine, it's uracil. Uracil. Difference between RNA and DNA on that one. Math, geometry is the next category for both teams. A rectangle is 25 feet long and 9 feet wide. What is the length of the side of a square that has the same area? Time on that one, 15 feet. World geography for both teams. This region, whose major city is Munich, was the center of the Counter-Reformation in Germany. Ryan?
Bavaria.
It is Bavaria. And that is our last question as the bell sounds, or the siren sounds. And we did have another close match here on categories. Blue Valley Southwest does come out victorious with a score of 21. Shawnee Mission West 19. Please join us again here on categories, as the next time we will bring you once again the best and brightest minds of high school students all across Johnson County.